Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on...
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
With smartphones being such an integral cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suit your needs. Instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair. Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. It is Monday, good folks, the 10th of May. 5 minutes past the top of the hour. Ben McKee, Jason Swain here, live from the Low T Center studio. Hour 1 is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. 865-255-03 is our telephone number to the Irish Networks hotline. 90 days, no payment for business internet. Download the free Swain Event app for Android, Apple devices. Stream us online at SwainEvent.com. Watch the show, YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook Live. This Monday is hitting a little bit different. This Monday is definitely different around here in the Swain Event Studios. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning. Happy worst day of the week.
It's the best day of the week.
It's the worst day of the week.
It's the best. Today's the best day of the week, man. This is the tone-setting day. We set the tone today. Tennessee sweeps Missouri in baseball. Tennessee adding talent to the roster in football, especially on the defensive line. Hey, man, it's a good day to talk about it, man.
Danny White was on the show on Friday. So, a lot of people might have missed it live. A lot of people listen to it live and may have some comments, some questions, some things they want to bring up that we can do that today. Just a happy weekend, man. It's the best day of the week.
Oh, it was a great weekend, a really enjoyable weekend from a sports standpoint. But Monday will forever be the worst day of the week.
I got a chance to
regardless of your positive outlook.
Hey, man. Setting the tone today.
Sunday sets the tone for the week, Swain. Lord's Day.
KY Vol from Paducah, Kentucky says good morning. Eddie in Charlotte says good luck to Henry T. May he burn and HELLL. Oh, man. I'm not starting the show with that. I will start the show with an addition to the Tennessee football program. Is it official yet? Is it official, Ben?
Not official. Tennessee football has not announced it.
But the young man did.
Yes, DeJohn Terry from Kansas did announce last night that he was transferring to the University of Tennessee.
He's a big old boy, too.
He is a big old boy. It was a good weekend for Tennessee in terms of adding to the program. Picked up a tight end commitment, Brody Foley.
Foley
is on the all-name team.
Man.
He committed Saturday at noon. Coach Golish, Alex Golish, Tennessee's offensive coordinator and tight ends coach, played a pivotal role in his recruitment. Brody Foley, a big fan of Alex Golish and the genuine person that he is. So Tennessee added a commitment. It's fourth for the class of 2022 on Saturday, then added a grad transfer on Sunday.
Brody Foley. Man. Did Ben, did this staff recruit Brody Foley? Brody Foley. Did they recruit Brody Foley at Central Florida?
I believe so, yes. They were in conversations with him at UCF, and that transitioned over to Tennessee.
DeJohn Terry. Woo! Bring the beef.
And I should say that DeJohn Terry is not a graduate transfer. He was a redshirt freshman this past season. I misspoke on that.
He's from Mississippi. Big old boy. He knows about playing SEC football. Even though he went to Kansas, he's from SEC country, so he understands what it means. 6'4", 210 pounds. And Austin Price of VolQuest.com. The decision to pick Tennessee was because I have a relationship with Coach Garner from when I was in high school. And it's SEC football. I love the game. I love being back in the South where I'm from. All my people can come to my games and see me ball out in front of them. All my people can come to my games and see me ball out in front of them. That has a big impact on me because not many people were able to see me play at Kansas. I wanted to be closer to home so my family could see me play. And I just wanted to ball at the highest level of college football. So when DeJohn Terry signed his scholarship offer to Kansas, everybody was happy. Go DeJohn, go DeJohn, go DeJohn, go DeJohn. Good job, DeJohn. Good job, DeJohn. Go on play football scholarship. We ain't got to pay for it. Where you going? Kansas. You coming?
See, what had happened was
I get my oil change, make that trip. I need about 2 or 3 oil changes. I need new transmission. I need a new carburetor, new engine, air conditioning. I need a new muffler, brake pads, spark plugs. I need some things to make that trip. My goodness. Is Google Maps lying to me?
You ever been to Kansas?
Yes, unfortunately.
I think
Wichita, remember? Combines. Wichita, Kansas. Told you a story about how, I don't know how in the heck, they play football in Kansas because they don't even do high school football during the spring. They don't do spring football. And I see why Bryce Brown was the #1 recruit in the country, because he was the only recruit in Kansas. Yeah, so I've been in Wichita, Kansas once.
Don't plan on going back?
Nah.
I think
Not on the bucket list.
I think I drove through Kansas when I was growing up. We moved from Fort Drum, New York to Fort Irwin, California, and I think we drove through Kansas. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. I think we did. I don't have any plans to go to Kansas. It's not on my bucket list. I would like to go to a basketball game at Kansas, Fog Allen. That would be pretty cool. But that's the only thing that I want to do with Kansas. I apologize if we have any listeners in Kansas.
Don't apologize. They trying to move.
Yeah.
They've been on ladders and monster.com looking for jobs to move to. 11 and a half hours from Meridian, Mississippi to Lawrence, Kansas.
Probably not that far to Knoxville.
Ain't like you can move the family to Lawrence. This is Kansas. It ain't Alabama football.
You don't think Saban could pull that off if he was the head coach of Kansas or Kansas State?
No.
Meridian is 5 hours and 41 minutes from Knoxville. Oh, that's Tuscaloosa country.
Hey, man, when you got to drive 11 and a half hours to 5 hours, that's like driving Knoxville to Alcoa. That's a huge difference.
He's practically on the state of Alabama line.
Hey, man, I'm just glad that we got him.
Kansas is like Cleveland. We talked about Cleveland a couple weeks ago for the draft.
Hey, man, Cleveland at least got a pro team.
This is true. It's at least a city that you can potentially go and do things. But I've never heard anybody say they're going to vacation to Cleveland. I've also never heard of somebody going to vacation to Kansas. Plus, I would never want to live out there because I'm terrified of tornadoes. Natural disasters is one of my biggest fears, and I could never live in that section of the United States. I'd be scared all the time.
It is flat. It's the opposite of what Big Orange Mac posts on Wednesdays. I'll tell you that much. It is flat in Kansas, man. It is flat. 865-255-03. Some of y'all get that when a little bit later, probably around lunchtime. Y'all get it. Rodney Garner recruited Terry coming out of high school, but the numbers didn't work out for Terry to be a Tiger here on VolQuest.com. And I'm glad this is in the article, man, because I ain't want to. It's gonna be kind of weird to drop those little nuggets during the show. So I'm glad that's in the article. It's my first time looking at the article, by the way. Man, not like I don't get on VolQuest. I'm just saying I've been busy. You understand?
You gonna brag about being a dog dad now?
I am a dog dad.
You're a dog dad and a girl dad and a husband. Your plate is full, my friend.
Yeah, but I knew about DeJounte Terry for a couple days. I just, someone hit me up and someone slid in my DMs.
It goes down
and was sending me DeJounte Terry's tweet, and I was like, about time.
He did it on a Sunday night too.
About time. But that's why I like last week we were kind of like, hey, got some potential more guys coming, and this is what people need to understand about having inside information or being on top of the recruiting news. It's not good to always be first. If you're a Tennessee fan, so like if you want Tennessee to be successful and you follow recruiting, some folks don't understand that by not saying anything, it helps Tennessee. Because there's a lot of folks on social media that think they're recruiting experts, and they don't understand that. They're so worried about getting clout and proving to people that they know something that they don't get it. They can't wait to go, oh, yeah, we getting DeJounte Terry. He coming. He coming. He coming. I mean, it's been done for a couple days, but you have to understand where Tennessee is right now. Tennessee is like, I hate to make this comparison, but it's true where we are right now. You know, like Tennessee found themselves like a piece of steak, but they're the smallest person in the lunchroom. But you can't let the bully know that you have it, because if the bully knows that you have it, they can just come take it. So there's other schools out there that are in a better position than Tennessee that may need defensive tackle. So the last thing you want to do is start broadcasting that Tennessee's about to get DeJounte Terry. Tennessee's about to get DeJounte Terry, when maybe Tennessee had already had the inside track for a while because of the relationship with Rodney Garner. The last thing you want to know, last thing you want to do is broadcast it to your competitors who may have a better setup initially, who can provide some extra incentives, and then you lose them at the last second.
Like a Charger or a Challenger?
I'm just saying, man. Yeah, you can fill in the blanks. I'm just saying. I'm just giving people an example of how it's not always good to be first and get your little Twitter likes. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. And this is one of those cases. This staff is moving in silence as much as they can. They're moving under the radar as much as they can. So you might hear about it a couple hours before, maybe a couple days, like some smoke here and there. But like, if you're Tennessee, man, you just need to quietly build your roster, quietly build your culture, quietly develop. You don't want much attention on Tennessee right now if you're Josh Heupel. And so good use of relationships. This is why Rodney Garner, in my opinion, was the MVP pickup for Tennessee's defensive staff.
He's the GOAT.
MVP.
He's the SEC assistant GOAT.
He is the MVP defensive pickup for Josh Heupel.
He was Josh Heupel's first-round draft pick.
Correct.
DeJounte Terry will be a redshirt sophomore this upcoming season and will have up to 4 remaining seasons of eligibility. I wanted to throw that in there because I mistakenly said that he was a graduate transfer earlier. He is a redshirt sophomore this upcoming season with 4 remaining seasons of eligibility. What does this pickup say for Tennessee's veteran group of defensive linemen? I think this, much like the addition of Joe Milton, is very telling, and not just DeJounte Terry, but the fact that Tennessee has now added 2 transfer defensive linemen, DeJounte Terry and Caleb Tremblay. They've added 2. I think that is very telling of what Tennessee thinks of its defensive line and maybe where Darrell Middleton is at, Aubrey Solomon, Greg Emerson, some of those veterans that maybe you thought that Tennessee could rely on. Maybe they're not as reliable as we initially thought.
Are you asking me, or are you like, is this like a rhetorical question, or you really want to answer?
All of the above.
I mean, you know what it means.
I mean, do you agree or disagree?
Oh, 1,000% agree. And this is something that anybody that's covered recruiting has said for the last 3 months, that after the spring, that there will be some movement with guys leaving, guys coming in. I think defensive line, the weakest position on the team, and it needed to be addressed. And they're not done addressing it because you still have to develop the young people and make sure that the new guys understand what you want to get done here, and they got to step in and be like immediate examples. And I won't say leaders because like they're going to be new, and so they eventually can get to that and rather fast, just depending on their personality. But they got to come in and just be a leader by example, and hopefully that motivates some of the guys that were still here. Like you was on this team, you didn't transfer, but you think, well, I'm here. They ain't got no choice but to play me. I'm here. And then you see guys moving in, and you're like, oh, yeah, just because I'm here and there's not a lot of guys here doesn't mean I can just automatically get playing time. There's people coming because the coaches are not satisfied with that position. So
that was my thought.
That's what tells me.
That was my thought. What you just illustrated was my thought when we had our discussion of which wide receiver does Javonte Payton wake up the most with his addition, and I said Malachi Whiteman. That was my thought process behind that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you were one of the 4 freshmen that came in last year. You're one of the 4 sophomores. You have as much athleticism as anybody in that room, if not more. And there's not a ton of proven commodities in that room, but just because there's not a ton of proven commodities doesn't mean that they're not going to try to bring somebody in and let them take your spot that you think that you have earned just because you showed up and put on football pads.
Talent is coming, man. Help is coming. Need more, but it's cool to see that Tennessee is still an attractive place, and the coaches that we do have can use prior relationships to their advantage. So good stuff to start the best day of the week here in the Swain Event. Monday. We'll take our first break of the day. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill, or call 865-693-5400. When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Time for Around the SEC here in the Swain Event. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, live from the Low T Center studio. Hour number one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. All right, Ben, what we got today, man?
We've got plenty of news and nuggets. First, I want to start with an LSU basketball note.
Come on, Ben, you got to rock side to side during the beat, man. You got to wake you up, man.
I'm awake.
Best day of the week.
Like Mondays. LSU basketball landed a 5-star commitment over the weekend, Swain, from Efton Reed.
Yeah, Efton that.
E-F-T-O-N. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Efton. I don't know. Maybe the E is silent. I don't know. 5-star big man from IMG. I don't know if he's related to Naj Reed. He's originally from Virginia. The number 24 player in the country, number 3 overall center, Efton Reed, committed to LSU over the weekend. I thought there was some irony in that. And John Rothstein, college basketball reporter, guru, tweeted this out, and he got ratioed. Not because he said anything, but because he tweeted that LSU picked up a 5-star. There were several responses that were pretty funny.
Oh, it's coming for LSU. It's coming. Notice of allegations is coming. If you will wait, why not now? You gonna slow it up?
It gets better. I didn't know this. Apparently, LSU was not in his top 2. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, LSU wasn't in his top 2.
Who was in the top 2?
I don't know. I just know that he wasn't in the top 2.
I'm telling you one thing, man. If like Kentucky or Duke or Kansas or one of these teams were in the top 2, and he went to LSU, yo.
Oh, you mean how like Musa Cisse was headed to LSU, and then all of a sudden he ended up signing with Memphis out of nowhere?
It says, wait a minute. How is he a 5-star? But like, it's like Louisville, Virginia, Drake, Florida State. He did have an offer from Kansas. It's really hard to see, like who was like his top 2. Okay.
Apparently Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Was one.
Okay. Okay. Keep on playing. Oh! LSU offered him May the 4th. Oh, man.
And he's already signed with LSU.
It was May the 4th last year, though. But April last year, Kansas offered. I mean, all these schools that like Virginia offered him in like the end of 19. Okay. All right, LSU, do your thing. Listen, they know what's coming. So if you LSU and you know what's coming, well, I mean, whatever. Keep it going.
Pittsburgh, North Carolina, and Florida State were the schools that people were talking about before he chose LSU.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I understand that. North Carolina, I mean, come on, man. North Carolina, new coach. Roy Williams retires, and Hubert Davis took over.
You think anything changed?
Now, Florida State.
This is the school that was making up classes for their student athletes.
I understand that. But Leonard Hamilton, I don't know why you would pick Will Wade over Leonard Hamilton, but I mean, never mind. Whatever, Ben. What's next?
I thought that was funny. A Kentucky football assistant was arrested over the weekend. Kentucky football program has had plenty of good news recently, but not all of it has been good, according to this article on KentuckyRivals.com, Cats Illustrated. According to the Kenton County, Kentucky Public Database, wide receivers coach Javon Bouknight was arrested early Saturday morning after being stopped for driving 26 miles per hour or more above the speed limit. He was also charged with possession of an open alcoholic beverage in his vehicle and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. According to his charge, it was a first offense. He was arrested by the Erlanger Police Department. Bouknight is going into his second season as Kentucky's wide receivers coach after arriving in Lexington from Oregon, where he had the same title. His unit stands to improve significantly this year with the addition of Wandale Robinson and the return of Josh Ali. So a Kentucky football assistant was arrested for DUI over the weekend. How about that for some news? Don't see that every weekend.
You know what happened?
He realized that he was coaching football at Kentucky.
Well, he realized it after he got arrested. He realized he was coaching football at Kentucky. But he got hyped up. His head got big. His head got big. That's what happened, man. On the 7th, Mark Stoops tweeted out, "I'm proud of our coaches, strength staff, and more. Most importantly, our players for the commitment to owning their own outcome." This is a graphic. Mark Stoops, and listen, man, you can say whatever you want to say about Mark Stoops, but he has done a good job of recruiting and developing. In the last 3 years, they've had a couple first-round picks And it's a strong tweet now. It's a strong endorsement. And I think that coach was like, oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, Kentucky football, we doing it over here, baby. We doing it. Yeah, we doing it. Then you realize you coaching football at Kentucky when they pull you over. You're like, hey, I'm a coach at Kentucky. Do you know why we pull you over? I don't know, but I'm a coach at Kentucky.
Basketball or football?
Basketball or football? Well, football. Step out of the car, put your hands on your head. Come on, step out. Step out right now. Blow into this. Oh, no. Come on. I need backup. Come on. Come on in jail. You know what time it is. Let's go. I need some backup. Put it in reverse. Come on. He got to go. Put some shackles on his ankles, too. He coached football. If he was a basketball coach, oh, man, it'd be so much different.
We never would have heard of this.
You know why he pulled you over? No, officer, I don't. I'm a coach at Kentucky. What do you coach? Basketball. Oh. Hey, slow it down next time, okay? Go Cats.
And don't drive with an open beverage of alcohol.
Hey, give me that drink. I'll pour it out for you.
I don't smell it.
What kind is that? That's good.
That's what I like.
Oh, it's pale ale? Oh, that's my favorite, too. Yeah, man. I love that kind. It's IPA? Oh, man. What's that, Sweetwater 420? I understand why you want to drink it, but come on, now. You can't drink it in the car. Let me take it from you. You need a ride home? I got you. Hey, can you get one of those players sign my basketball for my son? I can hook up to the Calipari basketball camp this summer. You coach football, man. You don't coach basketball. No perks. No perks. Seriously, man, that's
for what?
It's certainly for what. DUIs is a big deal, man. Now, you can change your life, somebody else's life, family's life forever. It's sad because you go into the living rooms of parents and you tell their mom and dad, their grandma, that you're gonna help develop a young man, make them a man. But then how can you do that when this is the type of example you're setting?
Hard to do so.
Like, I've said this before. I think it was I remember Walt Wells was here in Tennessee, and it happened with him when he was an assistant. He's an assistant to the assistant. He wasn't an O-line coach just yet. And one of my favorite coaches in the country is a brother named Keith Washington, goes by at Wideouts. He used to coach receivers in Nebraska. But he's one of the best receiver teachers in America. And, you know, he had a couple DUIs, and that's why he wasn't at Nebraska. Now I think he caught on in the NFL, but if you go and look at his Twitter, he trains, NFL receivers, Tyreek Hill. But he's one of the best teachers, in my opinion, in the world. It doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, demons are demons, right? Everybody got things going on. You never know what's going on in someone's life. But if you're Mark Stoops, man, I don't see how you just blow this under the rug and, there's not some type of punishment. I mean, I don't see how you go into the room and say, hey, kids, don't do this. Don't be drinking. Don't be driving. We're giving you a break right before, we start up summer. This is what you don't need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing. And, like, if you do it, you're going to get in trouble. So if you're Mark Stoops, is the punishment of your players, is it going to be more severe than your coaches? Because in my opinion, the punishment should be more severe for your coaches than the players.
Absolutely.
So what you going to do, Mark Stoops? You gonna be a hypocrite, or you gonna maintain that balance. You're gonna maintain your culture, because if you're gonna be mentoring young men, if you mess up, I think the penalty should be stronger for you than it will be for a player. So it's not a laughing matter at all. But I know the coach probably was feeling himself a little bit. When you get behind the wheel, man, and you going 25 miles per hour over the speed limit, sober, Ben, sober, you got to feel like you invincible to a certain extent, or you don't care about getting caught. Because once you go 10 miles over the speed limit, I'm like, hey, man, there's a possibility. There's a possibility. I might want to check. I might need to check. Keep it at like 9 miles per hour over, maybe 8. The 10, like that's ticket zone.
Yep.
25 miles per hour over.
While drinking,
man, you don't care about nothing.
Nope.
So it's not cool at all, man. I know people make mistakes, but man, you a coach. You a coach, man, at Kentucky. Coaching football. It's a big deal.
It is.
Keep going. Sorry.
The last portion of Around the SEC is the transfer portion of Around the SEC. Texas A&M linebacker Kashawn Brown entered the transfer portal. Kentucky offensive lineman Nick Lewis entered the transfer portal. Alabama reserve corner Brandon Turnage entered the transfer portal. Auburn JUCO corner Kamal Haddon became the 5th Auburn player to enter the transfer portal in the span of a week on Friday.
Yeah.
And then the biggest news around the SEC over the weekend.
Give it to us, Ben. Give it to us.
Is that Henry To'oTo'o.
No, that's not what I was talking about, Ben.
Committed to Alabama.
No.
Bag up, Terry.
No.
Set your ass down.
No. That's not what I wanted, Ben. That's not what I wanted. That's not the biggest news.
What was the biggest news?
Tennessee baseball brought the brooms out. Sweat, Missouri claimed first place in the SEC East. Sitting on top of the world like Brandy.
Well,
Ray J.
Tennessee needs to send a gift basket to Mother Nature this Monday morning, because Vanderbilt and Alabama was rained out in Nashville on Sunday. It was canceled because of Mother Nature, so therefore Tennessee gets to be in first place.
Right. Nobody asked for your facts, man. No one asked for your facts, okay?
I'm just saying.
The most important news is that Tennessee baseball is in sole possession of first place in the SEC East Monday, May the 10th, 7:44 a.m. That's all that matters, man. Okay?
With 2 weekends left.
Don't want to ask for your facts.
With 2 weekends left. Is that the biggest SEC news from the weekend?
To me it is. But go ahead, man. Go ahead with the...
I already told you. Henry To'oTo'o committed to Alabama. For those who live under a rock and who have not already commented on the text box.
Oh, I haven't commented yet. I got some comments.
You've commented to me.
No, I got some comments publicly now.
Oh, I know you
when did he commit? What day was that?
Saturday morning.
You know how long?
Early Saturday afternoon. It was like 5 minutes after Brody Foley committed to Tennessee.
You know how long I've been...
Henry T just had to rain on Brody Foley's parade. How dare you, Henry T? Brody Foley is committing to Tennessee. Don't rain on his parade.
Ben, you know how long it has been since I have not said anything? I've held back what I wanted to say.
Now you can say it.
There's this breathing exercise I learned that I heard about. You get really stressed out. Called 4-4-4. So you breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold it for 4 seconds. You let it out, and then you do it 4 times. It helps with like stress and anxiety.
Does it?
I had to do that a couple times. I did like 4 sets of 3. I feel like I was working out. It's like a superset. Friday's show, we had on Danny White, the AD, athletic director. I like to pat myself on the back, not because we had him on the show, but I thought we handled it very professionally. Thought we were very professional.
Others would disagree.
Whatever. Very professional. I try to be professional. I really do, man. I think it's important. Man, but I saw this tweet. My Twitter thumbs was itchy. Man. You
had to hold back.
Listen here. So I guess he tweeted out whatever. Henry Toto was planning to transfer to Alabama first. I'm not surprised. Y'all knew this was about to happen when he decided to do his schoolwork in California and train. And then his daddy reached out to the Alabama website talking about they should have went there in the first place. So I'm not surprised that this happened. I'm not surprised at all. This is what I don't understand. How do you transfer from Tennessee to Alabama? I don't get it. January the 20th. Here in Toto Sweet says, thank you. This is not a goodbye at all. Being involved will always have a special place in my heart, and I mean that. My brothers and I gave us your all every day. Sweet home to me. Home sweet home to me.
Man, sit your ass down.
I don't want to hear nothing about that. It is a goodbye. I'm talking to the players on our football team. Guys, he's going to Alabama. Y'all can be friends later. When it's all said and done, y'all can be cool. Y'all can go get a beer, whatever. But this is Tennessee, Alabama. Dude that was in the trenches with you for 2 whole years, clawing and scratching, trying to beat a team like Alabama. How did you feel? You just giving your all straining, and Alabama's so good that they probably wouldn't even go on 50% and was beating us. How do you not feel a certain type of way about your teammate that didn't even practice with you in the spring, didn't even like show up to campus, just would rather be in California? Who's daddy embarrassed everybody associated with Tennessee? Well, we should have went to Alabama in the first place. What? Man, let me tell you. What? If you have any pride about yourself wearing orange, that's not cool. You know how hard it was for me to hold back what I really wanted to say about that situation? I'm still holding back. I'm not necessarily bothered that he's going to Alabama. I'm more bothered that some of my players are like congratulating him. Man, forget him. You're going to Alabama. You play for Tennessee. What are you talking about? Congratulations. On what? Did he get drafted to the NFL? He's a good player. Of course other teams are going to want him. What are you congratulating him for? Is he doing something that you wish you was doing? You wish you was in that position to be able to leap on a bandwagon locomotive train that's already at full speed? That's what you wish you can do too? Congratulations. Man, bump that. You play on offense, you hit him in the mouth Saturday in October. You may lose the game. Matter of fact, you're going to lose the game. It's just going to call spade a spade. You're going to lose the game. But you talking about congratulations. No, man, I need to see you. I can't wait to see you if I'm on the Tennessee football team. Friends or no friends, you went to Alabama, man. I don't even want to know how many players on our football team
Texted him.
was loving up on him. Hey, you want us to help you pack? Hey, man, I know you probably left some stuff in your locker. You want me to pack it up for you and send it to you in Tuscaloosa? Oh, don't worry about the Tennessee stuff you got. Oh, Tennessee got plenty of it. No, man. I would be like, hey, send it back. Delete my number. Blocked.
Unfortunately, Swain, we no longer live in that day and age. It is a new day and age of where there is no loyalty to a school.
Congratulations. Man.
It is why.
GTFO out of here with all that.
It is why a couple months back before spring practice, you, I, the listeners, I think Stokes was in on it as well. We had a discussion about the proper welcome back for Henry To'oTo'o if he had decided at that point in time to return to Tennessee and go through spring practice. You thought that he should have been confronted, not in a negative way, not in a, getting jumped in the locker room type of confronted, but somebody should step to him and say, like, yo, what you did isn't cool. And somebody should call him on it and say that he's been away for the last 2 months while we've been working and so on and so forth. We had that big discussion, and I agreed with what should have happened, but I voiced that it would not happen because kids, young adults, that age group, they don't work like that anymore. That's not how they are wired. It's why coaches have to coddle recruits and
parents,
players now when they are coaching. The days of chewing somebody out are over because kids tuck their tails and complain about the coach being too mean to them. The Grizzlies are spiraling out of control right now, and the Grizzlies coach after the game is talking about how they're playing hard and they're showing great signs of effort because he has the youngest team in the league and he's afraid to piss them off instead of calling them out. Unfortunately, society does not work the way that it did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and going to a rival school is now celebrated, which is really sad. There's no loyalty to a school anymore.
Listen, I have no problem with James GBO here said that he commented on his IG post, best of luck, go Vols. That's cool.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, I wish him the best, just not against Tennessee. I hope he goes out and reaches all his dreams. But if I'm a player on this football team, and you can congratulating him, yo, I'm really questioning you. I don't know who did it. I really don't. I've been busy this weekend. I drove 3.5 hours to go pick up a puppy. Drove 3.5 hours back. I ain't slept much at all. I'm on coffee and prescription medication. I'm hyped. Like I'm on fumes, man. But I'm good. Like, so I haven't went to go look and see, which player congratulated him. It may be a player I like. It may be a player that I don't know. I don't care. You don't have to say anything. to Henry Toto. To be honest, like this whole entire time, if you're on the team and a player hit the transfer portal, it's not your place to interject and be like, hey, man, where you going, man? Come on, man. It's a business. You get that as a player. I've never done that as a player. When a player decides to transfer, they usually had a reason, and I respected their reason. And I got boys to this day that transferred. But they still put Tennessee first. They still see themselves as a VFL. They still see themselves as, it's their program. And I'm cool with that. So when a player wants to transfer, it's not your place to jump in and be like, no, don't go, or, you abandoning us. But if you pick your school and it's one of the teams that we hate, Alabama and Florida, you picking them? I damn sure ain't about to congratulate you. I damn sure ain't doing that. You're not getting a text from me. You ain't getting a phone call. You're getting an unfollow.
I hit the unfollow button so quick.
I was never following. I'm glad I wasn't. You're getting an unfollow. And just to make sure I don't see the stuff that you're posting about Alabama, somebody else might retweet it. I might have to mute you.
Block.
And if that ain't good enough, I might have to block you. Yo, this ain't no game. When you hear Big Orange Mac call in and talk about the rivalry between Tennessee and Alabama, yo, it's passion. When you hear Joey Kent relive stories about his time playing against Alabama, when you hear Coach Foreman, when you hear David Cutcliffe. David Cutcliffe is one of the best men I know. He don't be cussing. I feel uncomfortable when I used to drop the F word in front of Coach Cutcliffe. I feel like I was cussing from my pastor. For real. I couldn't help it. I was too hyped back in the day. I feel uncomfortable, man. I feel like cussing in front of your parents the first time. I disappointed myself. I was ashamed. I can't believe I cussed in front of Coach Cut. Oh, man, I should be ashamed of myself. I need to repent. But, like, when Coach Cut, Bama Week, was like, go to hell, Alabama. I was like, yo, it means something. And Coach Cut is from Birmingham. He went to Bama. This game means something. Man, this game turned boys into men. The Aaron Haydens, the Jay Grahams. I remember Eric Ainge's play against Alabama in 06, man. Throwing an interception, getting on the rear to stop a pick six. I don't care if you do a show on a different station, man. The truth is the truth. It was a hell of a play. Paris Harrison, his scoop and score in 04. Game means something. Even when we lost in 15, man, them dudes laid it on the line.
They fought that day.
I give it to Butch. Because Bush took it on the chin in 13 after the red team, and then came back in 15, had his boys ready to play. This game means something. Told you I needed a couple days to chill out. There ain't no game, man. I don't like Alabama. I respect what they're doing. When I see that cigar being smoked in the Alabama locker room, especially in our locker room, it pissed me off. I want to fight. Congratulations. Shit. Congratulations. Dude going to Alabama, you congratulate him. Who's strength coach? Who's strength coach for Tennessee? They need to run. They need to run, man. Stadium steps. Breakfast Club. Josh Heupel. They need some punishment, man. They got to change the culture. They ain't congratulating dude for transferring to Alabama up in here.
That's not a Tennessee culture issue. That's a societal issue.
Well, we going to fix it right here first.
That's a young athlete issue.
We going to change it here first. That player need to run. Up downs. Bull in the ring. paddle. He needs some discipline, man. Congratulations. Man, I flipped this whole damn table over right now. I ain't playing. Hour 2 coming up.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
At Hiller, we care about your family's comfort all year long. If you get caught without air conditioning this summer, we're offering a free service call with any repair. That's a free service call when we do the work on your HVAC system. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your appointment today.
Call the happy face truck today.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown turnover back by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong. Better rates and better service. How many transfers we got so far, Ben? Caleb Tremblay, Joe Milton,
Hendon Hooker, Javonte Payton, Juwan Mitchell, Chase McGrath, the kicker. That's a transfer. Don't look at me like that.
When did he come?
Is he a transfer or is he not a transfer?
All right, man, he's a transfer, whatever.
He's going to be Tennessee starting kicker more than likely.
All right,
not like they got a walk on.
When did he come in, man? Under Josh Heupel?
I don't know for sure.
So my touchdown turnover is around transfers that came after Josh Heupel was hired.
Chase McGrath was February 2nd, so that was Pruitt, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what day Heupel was hired.
It was end of January. I think that was Heupel.
It was Heupel.
Yeah, it was Heupel.
Heupel was January 27th, and Chase McGrath was February 2nd, so about a week after Heupel got the job. Less than a week.
Four seconds in. Hold it 4 seconds. 4 times. All right. Touchdown turnover. Transfers under Josh Heupel, all of them will start this season. So we got Payton, we got Milton, we got Tremblay, we got big boy that just
DeJoun Terry
from Meridian, Mississippi. Can't wait to drive 5 hours. 5 hours is a little long for me. But when you're driving 11, almost 12 hours, 5 hours is like 30 minutes. But big boy, Deshaun, Tony.
Big boy. Gonna back it up.
Touchdown turnover. The transfers that Josh Heupel has brought in, all of them will start. I'm going to let Ben answer the phone. I'll tell you right now, people that's calling in, don't call in trying to defend.
Oh, no. You ain't got to worry about Big Orange Mac.
Don't be calling in trying to defend players congratulating Henry Toto. I ain't hearing it.
You don't have to worry. Big Orange Mac is already fired up. So let's get this answer out of the way and let Big Orange Mac
I ain't hearing
it. Tear things up. Game 1 or just at any point this season?
Let's do game 1, man. It's Monday, man. Let's
I say turnover.
Let's get frisky.
I say turnover. I don't think Javonte Payton starts.
Okay.
I don't think Javonte Payton starts game 1. As of today, May 10th, before fall practice, before mini-term, before summer workouts, I view Tennessee's starting receiver room as Jalen Hyatt, Velus Jones, Cedric Tillman. And I don't feel super confident in that because I do think there is a next step that Jalen Hyatt needs to take over the summer. I think Cedric Tillman, although I like his veteran presence, I don't think his spot is safe because I do think there are more talented guys in the room. I just kind of I write Cedric Tillman in there because he's the veteran and new coaches like to play older guys when they first take over a new job because you can rely on them, and then Velus Jones is Tennessee's best receiver. So I don't think Javonte Payton starts game 1 as of today, although it wouldn't completely surprise me. And then it's hard for me to believe that both defensive linemen start game 1. Both transfer defensive linemen start game 1 when you already have Matthew Butler. That's one spot.
You got Matthew Butler, and then you say something?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
But maybe there's a solid chance that they both do. I just find it hard to believe that out of all of the defensive linemen that Tennessee has coming back, that both of them start. Byron Young, are we going to classify him as a starting defensive lineman? That's a second spot. So Byron Young and Matthew Butler, that's 2 of the 4 spots up front. Starting.
He good, man. Staff real high on him.
Oh, I know. I'm saying he will start, but are we going to view him as a defensive lineman starting or an outside linebacker? He was working with the defensive line and Rodney Garner through spring practice, but he signed as an outside lineman. That's 2 spots. And then a bunch of other guys up for 2 other spots. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that both of those transfers will start game number 1. So I say turnover.
I'm going touchdown, man. I'm going out on the limb. There's a lot of guys that have come in, so it's really hard to say all of them will start game 1. But I'm going out on the limb, man. I think this staff has identified guys that from a cultural standpoint, a personality standpoint, these are guys that match. And I don't think they just brought in just because they're just talented. I think it's other things that goes with it too. Is the reason why they're being brought in. So I'm going touchdown. I'm going off the limb here, and I'm going to the phone. So my guy, Big Orange Matt, my spirit animal, Big Orange Matt. Good morning.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. What in the hell is bothering me?
Hey, let it go, let it rip, Carl Winslow.
Gentlemen, you know there ain't no more anybody on God's green earth that hate them red kudzu infested Trans Am sitting on center block Bama people. And the audacity of him, read the room, man. Where you at? Or where you been? The audacity, the transfer to them, and then on top of it, after that, he posted a picture of a Charger or a Challenger or whatever.
I don't think that's real.
That was fake.
That
you
was
don't think
fake.
that's real? Okay.
The fake Twitter account, Richard G.
That's
West.
fake.
Yeah, fake account.
But Big Orange Mac, you and I are not gonna sit here and believe that he's just going to Bama just because. But the picture is fake. We ain't stupid,
But
the
I
picture
wouldn't
is
be
fake.
surprised.
Yeah, the picture is fake. But come on now, Big Orange Man. We know what's going on.
If any of his teammates up there congratulate, oh, it's great that you can pack your you know what to and get out. And I hope you're listening. You up there congratulating him. Now he the enemy now. See, I blame LeBron for all this buddy. Everybody swapping jerseys after the game, and this ain't nobody got no hate in their heart. I got hate in my heart. I'm gonna let it out. I'm like Clayton Bigsby.
Orange Power.
I got hate in my heart, and I'm gonna let it out.
Orange Power. Let it out. Let it out, Big Orange Mac. Orange Power. Let it out.
I'm gonna let it out. If you ain't got no kind of hate in your heart for a teammate that you sweat, bled, and all them 2 days in the heat and all that, and he gonna turn around and go to them, and you gonna congratulate him? But you can get out. Get GTFO, get out right now. And I hope you're listening. I don't care about hurt feelings. I don't care. That's what's wrong with this generation. They softer than baby doo-doo.
Or 6-week puppies, baby boo-boo, too. It's pretty soft.
That's real soft.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, glad Jane goes past that stage.
Yeah.
Just don't need charcoal.
Yeah.
It makes me sick to my stomach when I seen that graphic of him and that nasty, ugly red and got the trophies back here in the background and the ghost of Bear Bryant back there and all. I wanted to regurgitate everything I just ate. It made me sick.
Oh, I did the same
and
way,
man. Congratulate him. No, you ain't no teammate of mine no more. You the enemy. I cannot wait to see you come October 23rd, 2021. I'm coming for your head. Now, let me say that I do not wish any ill will on the young man.
No, sir.
Because some people, they got out. Some of these folks get out of pocket Saturday.
Super out of pocket.
I understand we was upset, but some of these folks get out of pocket. Now, they're a little bit too far. But it's okay to have hate in your heart that he went to a rival. Do you think Takeo Spikes would have been congratulating one of his Auburn teammates to transfer to Alabama? Hell no.
No.
Do you think that back in the 80s, if Brian Bosworth would have transferred from Oklahoma to Miami, you think
or Texas,
Spencer Tillman and all them would have been patting him on the back for transferring to was kind of their rival at the time in the mid-'80s? Hell no.
Exactly.
No, sir. If you feel some type of way, wishing that you was in his position, you can go ahead and leave because your heart ain't here. It ain't here.
Right.
Go ahead on and leave. Whew, boy.
I'm with you.
It makes me sick, guys. If it don't make you sick, something wrong with you. If you up here, and I'm gonna tell you something. Look, listen. I have a talk with my future kids every now and then. Look, you can go anywhere in the school under the sun. Daddy will support you. But if you even think about going to the University of Alabama, I don't care what's down there. I don't care if it's some pretty girl. I don't care if they hand out that championship ring at a yard sale. You don't go, and I will not pay for it. Don't bring your face back. If you go to school down there, don't bring your face back to my house. Go eat at Nick Saban's house for Thanksgiving dinner. He's your daddy now. Don't come to my house.
Hey, you can go to Golden Corral, eat Thanksgiving dinner. You can come back here.
Go ahead on. Go somewhere else. Don't come to my house. I ain't playing.
I ain't playing either. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I ain't playing. I ain't. Don't come to my house. Don't wear none of that red mess around me. No, sir. One of my proudest moments, my little dudes over there that I took under my wing and some kids over there played in their yard a couple years ago, and one of them left a Bama hoodie. And they said, you know what we did with it? I said, what? We said we fed it to the dogs. A little tear come in my eye. Got them trained right.
That's right, man. Good
That's
job.
where you're supposed to treat them. But, gentlemen, I'm going to get off here. I encourage everybody today, if you got hate in your heart, let it out. Don't get out of pocket with it.
Don't get out of pocket. Don't be disrespectful.
Don't get out of pocket with it. But if you got hate in your heart, let it out. Let them know. This is unacceptable behavior by current players. Congratulating. Let it out. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah. My stance. I want to make sure folks understand my stance. I'm cool with any player wanting to transfer. I ain't bothered by a player wanting to transfer one bit. If you ain't happy, then you need to leave. And you need to go find your happiness. So shout out to Q Crouch and other guys that left. Cool, I get it, man. What you signed up for is not what you getting. I understand. But it's the way you handle it. I wasn't a big fan how Henry's daddy handled it. That's not on Henry. That's on Daddy. I ain't gonna judge Henry on Daddy's actions. I'm a grown man. Daddy a grown man. I'm looking at him, not Henry. Henry wants to go to Alabama. You know what? I couldn't do it, but I'm not even that bothered by that. What I'm most bothered about is our players congratulating them. That's what bothers me the most, man. That's what got my chili hot.
Are you surprised?
No.
I'm not either. That's the unfortunate part.
But it's still.
Because now we feel like the crazy people for being bothered by it.
No, I don't feel crazy.
Well, you may not feel crazy, but my point is that, like,
I don't feel crazy.
People who
they should feel crazy for doing it.
Here, they should. I agree with you, but I'm saying there are more people who feel opposite of us, and those people look down on us for feeling the way that we do.
I got a middle finger for them.
I do.
See, I told you, man. When you get Alabama, man, I don't function when you bring up Alabama football. I don't function the same. I got a deep hate for Alabama, man.
I'm aware.
It's deep.
It's
deep, man.
I do too. I have a new job. I'm trying to be respectful to the profession.
You be respectful.
And remember, I'm the one who, during basketball season, was giving everybody crap for rooting for Will Wade or rooting for Alabama to beat Will Wade. Remember, I'm that person that was willing to root for Will Wade over Alabama.
Hey, listen.
So, trust me, I get the hate part, but I'm saying that's why I'm not surprised, because there are more people who look down on us for feeling the way that we do than there are people who
Where they at?
all over the world. I'm not speaking just to Tennessee fans, because Tennessee fans feel a certain way, obviously, but people in general, like they don't understand that thought process anymore, because that loyalty no longer exists in society.
Man, well, I will reiterate for those who only want to listen to and hear what they want to listen to, that has selective hearing, that want to twist words and change the narrative and change the goalposts and whatever. My only issue is with our players congratulating them. And honestly, because I was prepared for him to go to Alabama.
Yeah, and
for months.
It wasn't just Alabama. I mean, the obvious signs of zero loyalty from Henry To'oTo'o's camp were there from the jump, because it wasn't just Alabama. Florida was a legitimate possibility. Georgia was a legitimate possibility. Ohio State was the other one. Tennessee fans don't hate Ohio State as much.
It was all a cover, man.
Yeah, probably so.
But here's the thing,
but I guarantee you, if Alabama wasn't a legitimate option, he would have gone to Georgia. He would have gone to Florida, and he would have had no problem doing so.
But I wasn't expecting loyalty, though. If you kept up with his recruitment, why are you expecting loyalty? Because
that's a good point.
Because loyalty is not what got him here. So if you know what got him here, then why are you expecting him to stay if what got him here is not here anymore? So just on principle, like I understand why he was here. Like I understood why he left. I understood why Kavars Crouch left. I get it, man. What you was promised to come here, you're not getting anymore. That's not on them.
Yep.
That's on the coaches, man.
I understand why Henry left.
Like, I get it. That's why I'm not upset at Henry To'oTo'o. I'm really not. Like, I'm not bothered by him, because he picked the place that was going to take care of him the most. Whatever, and you can look at that however you want to. There's a quote that stands out, Ben, and it made me cringe, and it didn't get picked up. No one ran with it. But I remember when Henry T talked to the media, and he said, "Man, I just thank Coach Pruitt what he's done for me and my family." And I was like, "What? Where is anybody catch that? He's a freshman. You can't say that. and think that no one's going to have eyeballs on you or us. It'd be one thing if he was a senior and he was like, thank you for what the coach has done for me and my family. You know, I've been through all this adversity in my 4 years at Tennessee. You know, I got hurt. My coach was right next to me the whole time. You know, I had a death in the family. My coach was right there. You a freshman, and you're already talking about thanking the coach what he's done for you and your family. Well, what has he done for you and your family this short amount of time with you as a freshman? When I heard those quotes, I was like, oh, whew. Oh, man. Oh, man. I almost had a heart attack. I was like, oh, boy, this is not good. We gotta scrub that from the interview archive. we can't have that around. That is bad sounding. I'm not bothered by him leaving. I'm not bothered by anyone that was recruited by Pruitt leaving. I understand. I'm not bothered one bit. But I am bothered with guys on our team that wear the orange, that slap that sign, that see that sign, that's hear former players come back, and these former players are pouring every freaking thing that they have into these young players, trying to get them to understand what it means to be a Vol, trying to get them to understand the sacrifice, the passion, the pride that we had. And you can't make them understand it like we did and like guys before me. You can't make them understand it, but you pour into them everything that you have. You tell them about what it means. I'm more disappointed in those players that are here that have heard these guys come in and tell them that have heard, you know, the former coaches come in and tell them that, and they know what Tennessee means to people, and they congratulated him. That's why I'm bothered by.
Yeah, it's
more than anything.
Yeah, I continue to say it's a societal issue. It's unfortunate. People are afraid of hurting people's feelings. That's what they are afraid of. That, coupled with the fact that people want to get retweets and likes, and they want people to see that they know this person, that they know that person. So people don't feel the way that you are expressing anymore because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's the same reason coaching has changed. The days of being a hard-nosed, in-your-face coach are over with. And I'm not even referring to the Bobby Knight style of coaching. That was obviously over the top, but kids get the feelings hurt too much these days. And it's not, I shouldn't say just kids. I mean, just society in general. My generation, younger, a little bit older than I, everybody's afraid of hurting each other's feelings. They are afraid of confrontation. And when I say confrontation, I'm not talking about fighting and bad confrontation, but just simply addressing an awkward situation. People are afraid of that. People, because they are constantly on their phone 24/7, and I'm addicted to my phone and social media as much as anybody, but it has ruined the art of communication and ruined the art of conversating with people, and that has led to people being afraid to confront one another or discuss awkward conversations. Instead, they just avoid it. And that's why you see the situations like this pop up, and it will continue to happen. If Tennessee basketball, if Devontae Gaines had gone to Auburn or Florida or Vanderbilt or Alabama instead of George Mason, I guarantee you his teammates would have done the same exact thing. And that's Tennessee basketball's program and where it's been. I guarantee you. I mean, Josiah Jordan-James retweeted Henry To'oTo'o's tweet.
Who?
Josiah Jordan-James. Josiah Jordan-James retweeted Henry To'oTo'o's Alabama edit of him in a Tennessee jersey. They took Henry in a Tennessee jersey, put him in an Alabama jersey, and Josiah retweeted it because he is friends with Henry, and that's
It's different.
okay.
It's different for me. Josiah ain't sitting in football meetings and listening to guys like Al Wilson come back. He don't get it, man.
That's fair, but
he don't get it. It's kind of like a guy like Robert Hubbs Jr., who's a big Tom Brady fan. He's a Patriots fan. He played basketball. He don't get it. He don't understand.
But my point in bringing that up is I think that Josiah would have done the same, and because he's a good friend, a nice guy, he doesn't mean anything bad by it. But if one of the guys that he's closest with, I mean, he roomed with Devontae Gaines and Drew Pember. If Devontae Gaines and Drew Pember had gone to a rival of Tennessee within the SEC, had they gone to Memphis, Josiah would have done the same thing as Brian Maurer and these other guys. And it's not a Josiah issue. It's how society is now.
Yeah, whatever, man.
And it stinks because I hate it. I hate the fact that Henry To'oTo'o is going from Tennessee to Alabama, and that is celebrated. What's the point of college football if that is celebrated? The point of college football is the fact that we have these great traditional rivalries of two fan bases, two different, passionate sets of people that despise each other because of a football team. That's what makes college football. And now we don't even have that because the players used to buy into it. That's why you feel the way that you do, because you bought into the rivalry. Now they're in it for them. They're not in it for the rivalry. They're not in it for the school. They're in it because they're hoping to get to the league. And if Tennessee,
I was all above though.
If Tennessee wins along the way, then all right, cool. If not, then oh well. It just I hate that it's like that nowadays.
I need to woosah, man. I'm getting to the phones and I'm getting Turkey Man. Turkey Man, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
People don't understand what you're talking about. They don't understand it. And of course, it's like the frog in the pot and put water in it. They sit there until they get boiled. He'll die. He won't jump out of it. It just keeps on, and you look at. And the reason I'm saying that, Bush Jones and all the scenario we've made fun of, but him hanging out down there and the players getting used to he come up and he keeps that relationship going. And they just really, people of all fans don't understand our hate toward Bama and not understanding why we hate Bama worse than we do Florida as far as it has that desire of dislike going. And it's people just don't understand where we're at because of that. Even back when we was doing really good, when we had six game win streak on Alabama at that time in the 90s. How many times did you beat Bama, Swain?
3 times, should have been 4.
That's what I'm saying. See, they don't understand because of us not having as much success against Florida in that period of time. We had success, but also in these years here, we've had this love with our coaches going to Bowman. We picked Pruitt to come up here, and I think that was a cherry on top as far as destroying us. But they don't understand when we talk about how much we dislike, really and truly, honestly, because of not understanding. I never did dream here a while back. I thought, we need to quit playing them every year. I mean, it's not us getting beat because we don't have the desire, the hate desire to have it, to have that competitiveness, the desire to win, and don't have the drive to beat them because of some kind of, I don't understand that. I don't understand this drill, this direction toward, and these players now toward Alabama in particular. And I think really and truly, and I'm speaking for myself here, there's a lot of things JG did as quarterback. But really, the straw on the camel's back when he pulled that deal he did on the goal line down there, and my desire to beat Bama was so. When you got an opportunity, you got somebody on the rope, and you don't know how the outcome of the game would come, but from the desire to beat them so bad, and you see somebody pull something that way, gosh, it was like, why now? You could have done it against Florida. I got upset. You could have done it against somebody else, but Bama, we had 3 opportunities in 20 years of chances since you've left. The Cody deal, the block extra point during during Kiffin time, block field goal.
Yeah, I'm with you, Turkey man. I know. I hear the frustration for sure. Man, I don't want to make this about JG or anything like that. But I understand like that feeling of wanting to beat Alabama and hating Alabama. This is the point that I need to make too that I did not make. If you're a current player in this team, you can congratulate him privately.
Yes.
Like, you can congratulate him privately.
You don't have to do it on social media.
Like when you do it on social media, you basically like rubbing it in. You like spitting on the fans' face. Like, you throwing mud in their face. Like it's one thing to congratulate him or wish him luck. Like, first of all, I wouldn't even congratulate him. What did he do to deserve a congratulations? Anyways, but if I was his friend and his teammate, I would go, hey man, hey, good luck, man, good luck. I'm glad that you happy. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be happy. You got to do what you got to do, and I respect that. That's all I would say if we were friends. But I'm not going to publicly congratulate a teammate that's going to Alabama and spit in Tennessee fans' face. Like, I wouldn't do that. That's the thing that bothers me. Like, Turkey Man brought up Butch Jones, coming back up here after being in Alabama and the players talking to him. They have a relationship. Butch recruited them. Butch coached him. He's at Alabama. Like, I don't have a problem with Butch talking to his former players. Like, that's a little unrealistic to expect, the players just to hate him now because he's on the side, especially after the game. Those conversations happen after the game. Maybe some before the game. You wouldn't be talking to me before the game. I don't want to talk before the game if you're wearing a different color. But after the game, cool. We could talk after the game. One of my good friends I grew up with. We grew up playing Little League against each other. We grew up playing middle school, high school. We were one of the 2 most successful players in our city. Kenneth Darby went to Butler High School. I went to Grissom. He was zoned for Johnson. I was zoned for Johnson. We didn't go. I remember the first week in middle school in 6th grade, he went to my middle school for like a week before he transferred. We were 2 of the best football players, during that time in Huntsville. And I remember he went to Alabama. And I remember like a couple days before the game against Alabama, we would, a week before, we would talk. But that was like early. That was kind of like early in my career. But I remember we lost in 2005. I don't think I even talked to him after the game. I was so mad. I'll talk to you later, man. Like, later. This ain't the time. And there's one thing to privately tell him good luck or happy for you or congratulations if you want to, which, again, I still don't understand. But to publicly do that is the most disrespectful ish I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful to me.
But you know why they put it on social media? They want people to know that they know that guy that's the talk of social media right now.
Man, I need to move on.
They want people to know. They want their friends back home to know that they're boys with the guy that's going to Alabama. They want the retweets, the likes. They want the social media clout. That's why they do it. Whew. That's why they do it.
Who got on the phone?
Daytona.
Daytona, good morning. Daytona, you there? Daytona. Going once. Going twice. All right, call us back, Daytona. I got a text. How's your blood pressure this morning? It's high.
Trying to see if you got any veins popping out.
Do I?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Imagine if you would have got me on this microphone Saturday or Sunday.
Well, Saturday you had just made an addition to the family, so I think you were in a good mood.
Still, I saw that. I was mad. I had to focus on, our puppy, who's crying right now, actually, as we speak. 865-255-03 is our telephone number to the Irish Networks hotline. Be right back.
From 7 till 10, right here.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to OFOKnox.com. That's OFOKnox.com.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Daddy and Barbecue. It is time to get back to the phones this morning. And let's get to Dave Tone. Let's get him back in here. Dave Tone, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hope y'all had a good weekend.
Good, man. How was your weekend? My weekend was good.
It was good.
I'm ready to cook some eggs, man, for a pup.
Eggs?
Yeah, I got a dog. I'm gonna give my dog some eggs now.
Yeah, I heard you got a dog. What you get?
Doberman.
Yeah, boy or girl?
Boy. No more girls are allowed in the house.
What you name it?
Ace.
Ace?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a red one?
Black.
Black? My grandmother used to have a Doberman, and it was the best dog. They're great dogs. They're great dogs. Hey, I got a question for you pertaining to this Alabama situation. Now, I don't want any hate coming Daytona's way. I'm going to ask a question, okay? I know Tennessee's three biggest hated schools is Alabama, Florida, Georgia, okay? Is Alabama I know our biggest rival is supposed to be Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly look at it that way.
No, it's not right now.
Now, are they the most hated team for you because you're from Alabama?
It's hard to say it's not, just because there's things that happen during my recruitment that that's a big reason why I dislike them as much as I do. And
just don't have any respect for them, period.
I mean, I got respect for Alabama. I mean, I got respect for what they're doing right now. No, it ain't about lack of respect. Now, the reasons why I dislike them coming in as a player, I didn't have respect for how they did things. But now I got respect for what they've done and what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because with me, I don't misunderstand this. I dislike Alabama a lot. But I have a lot of, they're not my most hated team.
It'd probably be Florida, right?
Yeah, it's Florida, because I lived in this atmosphere every single day, and almost every single day I've got something Tennessee on. So I catch what from people down here every single day.
Yeah, I understand that.
And Georgia is probably my second most hated team. See, a lot of people don't know this. I lived in Marietta, Georgia, and South Georgia before we moved to Tennessee. But when I moved to Tennessee, I instantly became a Tennessee fan, because you have to. It's, that the fan base and all the orange and the craziness. I've never seen an area love their team as much as I've seen the Knoxville, Maryville surrounding area love the Vols. So I burnt my Georgia stuff, and I instantly became a Tennessee fan. So my hate goes Florida, Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. We got people that listen in Kentucky, that's from Kentucky, that hate Kentucky more than all three of those teams in the East. We got people that live in Middle Tennessee. Juwan Jennings hated Vanderbilt more than any other team. Why? Because he's from the area. So I totally understand that. That makes total sense. Everyone has their own opinion about that, and it could have been a different team in the East. It could have. But my gripe, other people, it may be the fact that he picked Alabama. I already knew he was going to do that. My biggest gripe is the fact I'm looking at our own players that publicly congratulated him. That's what bothers me the most. That's what bothers me the most. Not the fact that he went to Alabama.
I was wondering. I'm driving and I'm wondering. Okay, what would Tennessee fans have said if Eric Gray didn't go to Oklahoma and he went to Florida? What would the teammates of, not Tennessee fans, what would the teammates have said? Would they have congratulated him on that?
Yes.
Probably. I mean, they're doing it with Henry publicly. They probably would do the same thing with Eric. That's my biggest problem, and that is a cultural issue that Josh Heupel is working on, that he has to work on.
You know, I'm not down in any of Henry's talent, but you know what? Honestly, they can have him. Dude can't cover nobody out of the backfield or across the middle of the field. He's too slow.
Yeah,
I like the guy we picked up. I think he's going to fit right in. I think we're not even going to miss Henry.
I appreciate the phone call, Dayton. I mean, I think Henry is a good player. He had a step back in a sophomore season. He had a good play against South Carolina on the pick six. I don't want to sit here and act like the guy who got dumped, who pretended like you didn't like the girl in the first place. No, we wanted Henry to be here. He would have been great with Juwan Mitchell. I don't want to make it seem like I'm picking one over the other to make myself feel better. No, I mean, it hurts to lose a good player. And it hurts to lose a good player to a team that you got to play. Don't get me wrong. So definitely hurts. But I'll reiterate, I'll say it again. My biggest problem is that, the culture on our football team is not where it needs to be because we felt comfortable to publicly congratulating this dude. That's a problem to me.
Apparently there was a former Vol as well that congratulated him. A little weird to me, but whatever.
I mean, everybody's different. It's how I feel.
I don't know. Y'all know how I feel. I gave my dialogue of how I feel. Just go back and look at all the Alabama players that congratulated Brandon Kennedy for picking Tennessee.
It's different, man. Tennessee little brothers to them.
I don't care. It's still Tennessee, Alabama.
I mean, I couldn't do it, but you have to look at things from their perspective, and from their perspective, Tennessee is no threat to them. So it's not a big deal for them that one of their players who could not play is going to Tennessee, knowing that they can't, knowing that we can't beat them. It might have been different if they were, going to LSU or something, but they don't see Tennessee as a threat. All right, let's go to the phones. Looks like I got Big Cotton Vol and then Marquise. Big Cotton Vol, good morning.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Let me check my composure before I make a comment on this situation with Henry T. Because it really strikes a nerve with me, and I'm sure I'm probably not going to be my take is going to probably not be the best, but to me, it was I can't be okay with the transfer, and I can't be okay with the players congratulating him for the transfer because to me, I feel like it was a spineless transfer. If you get what I'm saying.
It was a spineless transfer?
It was a spineless transfer. Yeah, exactly. You sit here all summer holding everybody by the thread, trying to keep it all secret, I don't know if I'm coming back. I don't know if I'm, down in California, got your dad talking for you, and like you said, we can't hold what his dad said. We can't hold him accountable for that. But it's still your father. And as a father and having a father, I know, I have two children in athletics, and a lot of times I speak for my children.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it. And you can't sit there and tell me some of those words weren't coming from Henry's mouth. And you can't tell me that if Henry's father's speaking them words, those conversations weren't taken between him and Henry or him and the family. And that's all good. You're going to go where you want to go. And I'm like you. I knew it was coming. I saw the writing on the wall. But, man, it was a spineless transfer. We all saw the film. We all saw the drop-off you had. And, you can blame that on coaching and scheme and everything else. But, man, come on, man. We know how deep Alabama is at running at linebacker. You really think you're going to step on the field after dropping off like you did from your freshman year and take one of those jobs? Come on, man.
Right.
That's a spineless transfer.
Maybe
you came to Tennessee blowing smoke. Oh, this is where I'm at. This is Ball for life. And For what? To go chase rings? Because that's where I saw from that post. That's where I saw from that post. You chasing rings, man.
I'm not, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered like you because you gotta understand something. You know, what do you think he was told to get him here? Like, what do you think the reason why he came to Tennessee? You know, do we think it's because he truly loves Tennessee, or is it because of what the coaches who are at Tennessee could do for him? So knowing that, I'm not upset that he is going to a place where, and again, these coaches came from Alabama, so they basically did what Alabama has been doing forever and just didn't do a good job of it. So like I don't blame Henry for wanting to go to Alabama. I don't blame him for that. But I don't understand it. I could never do that. I could never play at a place like Tennessee and then transfer to a place like Alabama. I couldn't do it. But he didn't get the coaching that he was promised. You know, Alabama was a school that was right there in the top 2 or 3 anyways. I think they had a coach leave and go to the NFL, and that gave Tennessee kind of an edge, and it became Tennessee and Washington. But, you know, Alabama was right there all along. So, like, I can't sit here and be as a former player and pretend like, you know, I'm blaming Henry for wanting to play at a high level, win, and be developed and go to the league. I understand that. I get it. Daddy, I don't know if you've witnessed like the Tagovailoas and how they roll. Like Daddy Tagovailoa, like what he says goes. It's why when Tua was interviewed, I want to say it was by Dan Patrick, and Dan Patrick asked him why he went to Alabama, and Tua was like, "You have to ask my daddy." No, bro, we asking you. It's your interview. That let me know all I need to know about that culture. Like the dads run the show. The dads run the show. And so he embarrassed Henry during the interview. And so I know my kid wouldn't be telling me what to do and telling me what to say. You can say you embarrassed, but at the end of the day, Dad's going to do what he wants to do. So my frustration, again, is more about you know, our players, you know, publicly congratulating him. Because, I mean, you're basically slapping in the coaches' faces, you know, your new coaches, you're slapping in your other teammates' faces, and you're slapping the fans in the face when you do that. Congratulate him privately. Wish him luck privately. That's my take. That's just my take. But I understand why you're upset, Big Cotton Vol. That's just passion right there, brother. That's passion. And I appreciate it. That's passion. That's emotion. I appreciate it. Marquise is next. Marquise, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Thanks for calling.
Hey, thank y'all, man, for putting on the show. I'm calling today since we on this Alabama, train. I got a coworker, diehard Alabama fan, and friend of coworker, I would say. So he texts me every time something happened with Tennessee, and every time Alabama and Tennessee got something going on. But he have a son that plays for Creekside High School that I want you to put on your player radar. Okay. Malik Tillis, defensive lineman. He's starting to get a few offers. I would like to see Tennessee offer him, so I want him to put on some orange too. You know.
I love it, man. I love it. That's what I'm saying. That's that passion I'm talking about, man. You know, you doing your part as a fan, trying to get Tennessee to get on players, man. Like I appreciate it. I love it, man. This means that we still care, and this might be still what care, this. Hey, you know what, Marquise and Big Cotton, man. You know, a couple months ago, I was a little worried about us. I was worried about us as Tennessee fans, man. So much bad stuff has happened to us. You know, apathy was starting to kick in. I was wondering if we even cared. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is letting folks know that, man, yeah, we care. We care. And the hate of Alabama is real. And we're passionate. If I'm Danny White, I'm sitting back going, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. But I don't want to spend the whole time, man, just, on this. I tried my longest to not bring it up first on the show, to be honest. It happened. We knew it was going to happen. And You know, we're going to have to move on at some point. I know it's fresh. It's Monday. It just happened over the weekend. But, hey, man, I appreciate the passion.
Hey, and if everybody, I got a YouTube channel called Mad Sports D16. Mad Sports D16 for Titans fans. If you're into the Tennessee Titans, go check it out, man. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, thank you, Marquise, man. Who's next?
DR Vol.
DR Vol, good morning.
Good morning, guys. You know, I understand what you're saying about the current former players commenting, but let's be real. The rivalry between Alabama and Tennessee is not there. I mean, I think Jason Swain versus Jason from the Borough is a better rivalry, honestly, if we're talking about it.
You know what's funny, man?
What's that?
I was so fired up from Friday. You know, I actually drove to Murfreesboro on Saturday. I was looking for Jason. I wanted to finish the debate. I wanted to go pick up the pup in Shelbyville, so I had to go like kind of past Murfreesboro, and I thought about Jason. I said, "Man, what if I need to meet this Jason dude? Man, I want to meet him. I want to talk to him face to face." But it's not about the rivalry all the way. It's about like here's a team that you play every single year, whether or not the rivalry is good or not. I don't care if it was Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Kentucky, like to go to a team that you play every single year and to publicly congratulate him. It's like, where in the hell is your awareness?
There is none.
I mean, that's like peeing in a public place in the middle of the day. It's one thing, you know, after the club, there's no one around, there's no bathroom, you're in a dark alley, you go behind a dumpster. Okay, you got to do what you got to do. But to pee in public in the middle of downtown in daylight, you're like, yo, where's your awareness? Where's the awareness? Do you not think that that's a bad look? That's what kills me.
Yeah, but I mean, there is no awareness because kids today don't care like they did when you played Swain.
I guess so. I guess.
I mean, you know that. They just don't. I mean, congrats to Henry's dad, though. I guess he got what he wanted. I mean, I hate it because I do feel like this hurts the credibility of this show, though, because y'all have had a contributor reached out to their parents that said he wasn't going to Alabama.
There ain't no contributor on this show reach out to no Henry's daddy.
Swain, is it true you took the money UT paid you to ask Danny White those questions to get that dog?
Man, I wish University of Tennessee would send me some money. I ain't got a check from them since. I played with scholarship check.
If your views on YouTube was a little high that day, it's because I think I rewatched it about 12 or 13 times. Just to watch y'all's facial expressions. Got a lot of good screenshots. So.
Oh, you mean the end of the end of the show?
No, yeah, it was beautiful.
No, I know you got a big kick out of that, man. I was trying not to let it get to that point, but I was really trying not to, but you know, it happened. It happened.
You're a better man than me. When somebody starts questioning credibility, saying you got paid off, I mean, that's a little much.
That certainly is, man. We you know, we've paid for our own airtime. We've had the rug pulled out from underneath us and was doing a show on Tony Basilio's place, man. Big shout out to Tony for allowing us to be there that month, man, disrupting his morning for about a month. Man, the sacrifice that guys like Ben and Charlie and Seth, guys that help make the show what it is, because they believe in the product and they understand how important it is to keep it real and be fair and be truthful and above all else, above everything, above feelings, above money, above everything else, man. They stayed true to that. I appreciate that because that's something I wanted to do, man. I wanted to stay true to that. And so when anybody questions the credibility and come in here talking about some, a mouthpiece of the university or a shield or, they told me to say that, it's slap in the face because I've purposely for 10 years not done that.
yeah.
So
try to stray the opposite way.
Yeah, man. Here's me. And it's no secret. I love Tennessee. I'm a graduate. I play here. And if I can help, I will help them. But I won't help them if it affects my credibility. If it ever comes to a point where these two roads are colliding between helping Tennessee and my credibility, I'm going to take my credibility because my credibility is what feeds my family. And, you know, I respect this industry. I don't have one last name. I can never earn that trust back. The trust of my listeners is more important than anything. My trust of listeners is more important than any cool access to any game or, you know, inside information. Like, this ain't my first rodeo. This is my first rodeo. My first coach, my first AD. You know, I'm on like 2 or 3 or 4 right now. So I've been through this with multiple coaches, and I've took that position every single time. So, yeah, I want to help Tennessee, and if I can, I will. But I won't do it at the expense of my credibility. I won't do it at the expense of y'all's trust. I won't do it at all. So, anyways, I won't go on a rant there, but that's just the truth.
Oh, no, I mean, there's a reason why I don't listen to a show that you mentioned Friday, because I don't trust what they're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, when
there's
you're
no
told
shade. It just is what it is.
Oh, yeah. And to defend Jason from the Borough, I mean, he knew this was a former player's show, but Jason, this is Swain's show, not Angel's show. Y'all have a good day.
Oh, man, you had to do that. Make me all uncomfortable. All right, let's take a break. 865-255-03. I don't know where my puppy's at, man.
He's been gone for like 10 minutes.
Man, he was crying. I took him out. I brought him in here with me. I thought he would go back to sleep. Man, ain't no telling where he's at right now.
You know what's the bad thing when you haven't heard him?
Oh, he's doing something he's supposed to be doing.
He's probably chewing on something.
Probably. So let me go get him. We'll take a quick timeout. Hour 3 is coming up around the corner. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or, if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Let's get to the phones. The Irish Networks hotline. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and LowTCenter.com. C-Mac is with us. C-Mac.
Yes, sir.
Why are you so hyped this morning, man?
Swain. Let me get through the good morning part first. Good morning, Swain.
Good morning, sir.
McKee.
Good morning, C-Mac.
How y'all living?
We're good, man.
Bless.
Man,
J. Cole
I
drops on
just-
Friday. You already know.
Say again?
J. Cole drops on Friday. You already know.
Oh, yes. Yes. The climb back is almost over. The off season is almost upon us fully. I know, Swain, you don't know nothing about that, so, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I don't, man.
I just hit almost 20 miles per hour on 85, and let me just say this right now. God,
like 20
it is
over?
Great. No, like 20, actually going 20 miles per hour.
How?
You know how that morning traffic.
Oh,
heading to Atlanta. So it's great to be on this side of the world. But the reason why my quote unquote chili is so hot is I had to tee up that last 15, 20 minutes of Friday before I called this morning.
Hey, man, that's not who I am, C-Mac.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, Swain. We're going to get to that. I just want you to know this is the first rendition of C-Mac versus everybody. First and foremost, this person that y'all have been talking about the majority of this morning.
I know, man.
I need my McDonald's bag back. I need that bag extra greasy. I need all the bills and napkins and sauces intact. I need you to run that back if you decide to leave. I've never in my life went from passionately supporting a player for the University of Tennessee to willingly want to discover where is J.J. Peterson and how can we get him to come back to the squad. But for your services for that one good season that we had for number 11 on the defense, I greatly appreciate that. That freshman year was amazing. Anything after that, whatever. So we moving on. Like J. Cole said, I'm gonna need my shirt back. I'm gonna need that McDonald's bag back with the extra Happy Meals. I greatly appreciate you. Moving on. I went to a little baseball game over the weekend, and man, the Braves' new stadium, that thing nice. Got a whole lot nice, scenery. It's in a nice little area. I mean, it's terrible that, they were getting their butts beat the entire time I was there. And of course, you know, people like me, Swain. Look here, I ain't for sitting in traffic, definitely at night because I can't see. So at the end of the eighth, depending on who batting, depending who's going to bat at the bottom of the ninth, hey, I'm gonna make my way to the exit, so I want to get this early jump on the traffic. And then they decided to come back in extra innings and win the game. So, attaboy Braves, you ain't my Cardinals, but whatever. Swain,
Cardinals.
I understand.
You're so petty, man. Why are you so petty this
How
morning?
are you a Cardinals fan? Out of curiosity.
The Memphis Redbirds.
Okay, that makes sense. I have a little thing for the Cardinals.
Memphis Redbirds.
My aunt and uncle live in St. Louis.
Okay. Swain, I understand why you so upset about he who should not be named number 11. Because you can't take back the 7.9 40 that you ran on signing day when his name was called.
Hey,
You
man, I
can't
was
take
excited.
back-
I was excited about him, man.
We were
man.
very excited, extremely.
I ain't
But
denying that.
we can't take back. I can't take back the amount of times that I've yelled so loud, screaming Hank. I can't take that back. So we're gonna be a little upset, but it's gonna make it even a little bit more stingy when he's playing in that terrible color crimson.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting. Now for this aspect of the conversation, what was not okay about your phone call on with that jackass from the borough on Friday?
What was that?
Where was McKee? Where was Benjamin?
Swain waved me off.
I waved him off. I told him no. So
Oh, you gave the Kobe ISO a little joint.
He gave me the hush sign.
I did. I gave him the Kevin Durant. I had the ball top of the key. That LeBron and Michael Jordan. I had the ball top of the key. 1-4. I got it, man. I got it.
I was about to say because like I'm thinking for the key jumpers in there.
No.
And light old boy up, but
Swain
I guess
wouldn't
that
let
makes
me.
a whole lot more sense.
I had a
you
thought,
gave
but
him that
Swain wouldn't
ISO.
let me.
I understand that. Lastly, and this is just to tie a bow on everything. Maybe I'm too loyal. Maybe a lot of us are loyal to a fault. All right. My loyalty is very thick-blooded. I'll give you one great example. There was a person who used to talk on this program, and originally, I really liked that person's take. Definitely when he was taking Ben McKee to the woodshed in some debate.
Ooh.
All right. The moment that individual left, all right, I don't listen to whatever he put out. My loyalty is strong to a fault. You don't blame yourself just because you love the University of Tennessee. As Big Brother Big Orange Max said earlier, it's okay to have that hate in your heart. Okay? Just don't get it twisted. If I see old boy in the street, hey, I wish nothing but God, blessing and peace on your life. But when we strap that up, I hope you never get to see it down. I hope they run every slant across your face.
That's right.
I hope we get to see Lil Satan get super mad at you. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and sit in
Hold
traffic.
on. Who takes me to the woodshed? Who are you referring to?
I knew it.
Burris.
Oh, Charlie.
They had some heated debates, man. It was fun.
Oh, you mean when Charlie told me that Auburn basketball wasn't going to be good, and then Auburn basketball went to the Final Four?
Huh?
Huh?
You hang up on me?
You here? We hear you. No one hung up on you. You hung up on yourself, man. He must have muted himself. He definitely muted himself, man. No one hung up on you. No one hung up on you, C-Mac. Just want to let you know that, man. Just want to let you know. 865-255-03. Alex says grown men got to fight their own fights. Now, Ben was being a friend. Ben went throwing the point. I didn't want Jason from the Borough to feel like, we was getting double teamed. That's all.
He deserved it.
Yeah, that's all. Cornbread on the text box says Puppy Ace got into the closet and chewed up about 4 or 5 pair of Jordans. No, he didn't do that now. But he was during the break. I went to go check. He was underneath the dining room table, getting those crumbs that the girls dropped underneath the table yesterday.
It's gonna be his favorite spot in the house.
I know it, man. I know it. Oh man, no, all the J's upstairs. Them things are
sacred.
Put up, yeah, man. He won't get to those. Alex says it's like someone peeing on you in your pool, and you're like, "Hey, Henry, congratulations, because I know you want to pee." I guess. Jason from the Bro, man. Hey, man, thanks for still listening and texting, man. After our heated conversation on Friday, still love. He says, "What? I thought we were meeting at Gate 21 with Andy. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't doing that now." Andy hasn't called in since the Henry stuff, and that's probably a good thing. Brandon B says, do you think Coach Hyper will address the team on the Henry T social media love? I don't know if he will. I don't know how many times, at this point of May that he will have to address the entire team, because you had graduation and guys are, going home. I didn't go through the transfer portal thing, but if I'm a coach today, I'm definitely addressing social media etiquette when it comes to your teammates transferring away, because I think it's important.
Isn't it sad that it has to be addressed?
Yes and no. I mean, the generation is different. You spoke of that. But Danny White is trying to do things as an AD, as an AD would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's on social media. He's congratulating all the teams. He's being positive. He's trying to create that momentum, and that's what he's supposed to do as an AD. And a player showing love to a player that's going and transferring to Alabama, that's not a good look. So if I'm Josh Heupel, I'm like, hey, we're trying to do something special with Tennessee, and we understand you have a relationship with your teammates, and those relationships are important. And I have relationships with players that at Oklahoma that I still have today. I still cherish. They're very important to me. And maybe I have some teammates at Oklahoma who are now coaching. And maybe I got to coach against them. But one thing I'm not going to be doing is publicly congratulating them. There's a private time for all that. And hopefully Josh Heupel is just speaking some game, just schooling these young cats on, hey man, like your fans, don't disrespect your fans. Yes, you put in the work. Yes, you sacrifice. But understand, like, your work as a player is no better than a fan sacrifice. It's just different. See, sometimes players feel like, the fans don't have a right to feel this way or say this, and to a certain extent, they're right. Some fans get out of pocket. They think like the players are their property. But this place is not the place that it is if it wasn't for the fans. Neyland Stadium wouldn't be going through the renovations that it has the last couple of years. The facilities wouldn't be where it is, and at one point was the top of college football. It wouldn't attract all the good players that we've had before me if it wasn't for the fans. So there's just like you gotta show respect, man. There has to be a balance. When I played, of course you're not gonna let a fan just be disrespectful and think that they own you and they can do anything just because they pay their money. But once a year, we sat down, we wrote letters to our donors, and we thanked them. It's just respect, man. There's just a line of respect that you just don't want to cross. That's all it's about. And if I'm Coach Heupel, I'm talking to my players about that. Respect. All right. 865-255 03. Be right back. Stay with us.
At work? Can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses. It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Always remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecues. Time for Attaboy here in the Swain Event, where we highlight positivity. And on a Monday, it's a whole lot of things that go on during the weekend that we can highlight, point to. And that's the case today, Monday, best day of the week. Here on the Swain Event, it is time for, again, Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Iris Networks, USA.com. And Iris Networks, they specialize in fiber, internet, and voice, where you, as a business owner, don't have to pay for 90 days, not a payment for 90 days. You're going to get reliable, local, high-quality business fiber, internet, and voice. All you have to do is go to their website at irisnetworksusa.com or give them a phone call at 865-448-4747. All right, Ben, what do you have for Attaboy today?
Tennessee baseball for taking care of business against Missouri over the weekend. Things were a little dicey on Friday, only beat Missouri 5-4, and it took a 2-run home run from Max Ferguson in the top of the 8th inning to give Tennessee the lead. Things were not looking good for Tennessee in that opening game, but Max Ferguson hit an absolute bomb that hit off of the Missouri football practice facility. And
did it hit rock?
No. They have one of those like aluminum buildings, like basic football facilities. You know what I'm talking about? Like the aluminum roof.
Yeah.
It hit the top of that. And the announcer was saying that they used to have it marked off like on the building how far it was away.
Mm-hmm.
And the announcer was saying that his hit like the 420 area. So Max Ferguson leads Tennessee to a win on Friday. Then on Saturday, Tennessee wins 11-4. And then on Sunday, Tennessee wins 10-2. So Tennessee taking care of business. Didn't play perfect baseball. Made some base running mistakes that against other teams in the SEC that it would have come back to bite them in the butt. But they took care of business, and that's all that matters. And as a result of taking care of business, Tennessee is tied for first in the SEC, tied for first overall in the SEC with Arkansas. Tennessee 37-11 on the season, 17-7 in conference play. They are tied for first in the SEC with Arkansas not tied, but have sole possession of first place in the East. As I mentioned earlier in the show, Vanderbilt and Alabama, game 3 of that series in Nashville this weekend, got rained out, so that game was canceled, which means that Vanderbilt is 16-7 in conference play. Tennessee 17-7, one more conference win, so Tennessee is in sole possession of first place in the East right now.
That's all I heard was Tennessee's in sole possession of first place in the East.
That's right, and Vandy fans were mad too that Vandy and Alabama did not play a doubleheader on Saturday, because with 2 weekends remaining, that one game being canceled could cost Vanderbilt a seed in the SEC tournament or the East, or potentially the SEC as a whole. So Tennessee sweeps Missouri, but I leave the weekend honestly, my biggest takeaway is kind of what Tennessee set up for itself this upcoming weekend, because I mentioned that Tennessee is tied for first in the SEC as a whole with Arkansas. Well, funny enough, Arkansas comes to Knoxville this weekend.
Let's get it.
There are storylines galore with this one. Arkansas #1 in the country. Tennessee is #4 according to D1 Baseball this morning. So it'll be #1 versus #4 inside of Lindsey Nelson Stadium this weekend. Tony Vitello's old school. This is where Tony Vitello came from. He came from Arkansas. So his old boss, Dave Van Horn, will be in the other dugout. 2 weekends left in the SEC. Tennessee enters the weekend in first place in the East, tied for first place, so that'll be up for grabs. Tennessee's still fighting for one of those top 4 seeds, so it can have a double bye in the SEC tournament. A super regional is at stake. Tennessee's practically a lock to host a regional, but it would be huge to host a super regional as well, and a super regional is in between the regional and the College World Series. So when Tennessee makes the NCAA tournament, it'll put Tennessee into a group of 4 teams, and they'll host that. So 3 other teams will come to Knoxville. If Tennessee makes it out of that weekend, beats all of those teams, then it would host the very next weekend against one team. It'd be a best of 3 series, and if Tennessee were to win that series, then it would go to the College World Series. So obviously it would be huge to host a super regional because you're playing at home for a chance to go to the College World Series. So that will be at stake this weekend. So just a ton of storylines this weekend. I know the Vanderbilt series was pretty incredible earlier this season, but I think aside from the fact that was Vanderbilt and that was a rivalry game, and Vanderbilt was highly ranked, I think they were #1 that weekend if I remember correctly. But this is a bigger weekend, in my opinion, because it is happening later in the year, and there is so much on the line. So it'll be a fun weekend. I do think Arkansas is legitimately the best team in the country. They have the best lineup in the country. They hit the absolute mess out of the baseball. They really do. They kill the ball, and Georgia was very competitive with them over the weekend. So that was interesting to watch.
Instead of rushing the field and tearing down the goalposts like Tennessee fans did in 1998, and took pieces of the goalposts and was walking down Cumberland, the strip with the goalposts, if Tennessee beats Arkansas, do we rush the diamond and steal one of the bags? Is that how it works in baseball?
I think we should save that, shouldn't we? Because Tennessee, this is the last regular season series, but Tennessee will host a regional. If they win the regional, they could host a super regional. So shouldn't we save that for the possibility that Tennessee hosts a super regional? And if Tennessee wins the super regional to go to a College World Series, then rush the field?
I mean, I'm all about rushing the field. So you just let me know when I can do it. And man,
we can tear down the foul pole.
I mean, Danny White and they might be happy. They might be. We don't have to pay for any type of construction, any type of
One
demolition.
less thing it has to tear down.
All right, fans, go tear it down. We're gonna build on it anyways.
I don't think the foul pole is gonna get in the way of their construction.
Just tear it all down. Tear it all down.
So it'll be a fun weekend. I'm already excited. It's Monday morning and I'm already anxious. So attaboy goes to Tennessee baseball. Ryan Shumpert, a good friend who is covering the baseball team as well for VolQuest. We recorded another Diamond Vols podcast, a baseball pod that we've been doing this season. So it's on Swain's SoundCloud feed and Apple feed. So if you want to hear some more in-depth conversation about this weekend's win over Missouri and the upcoming weekend, I encourage you to go listen to that.
Yeah, you can access that from the Swain Event app as well, or you can go to swainevent.com. So your baseball podcast is right there on the Swain Event platform. So on the app, or go to the website, swainevent.com.
For sure. Be a fun week.
Nelson says, can't we just take one of the bases? That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's just take one of the bases, man.
We can do that too.
Mr. White865 says, have y'all talked about DeJohn Terry, or did I miss it? You missed it, but hey, I don't mind talking about another addition to this squad again, because it did bring him up at our #1. DeJohn Terry made it known on his Twitter account that Tennessee was his transfer destination. He comes from Kansas. He has 3 years of play. He was recruited by Rodney Garner out of Meridian, Mississippi. Auburn's numbers didn't line up, so he went to Kansas. Tennessee is in desperate need of help up front, and is a perfect fit. He wants to be closer to home. It was 11, almost 12-hour trip from Meridian, Mississippi to Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas. Now it's about 5 hours for him. So we scratch his back, he scratch our back, and, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings to the defensive line.
Yeah, what I like most about most of these transfers that Tennessee has gotten is that they have multiple years to play.
Yep.
Caleb Tremblay, he's here for 6 months. Javante Payton, I believe he's only here for 6 months. I think he has 1 year of eligibility.
Yeah, he's a senior.
Yeah. But Joe Milton, I mean, he has up to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
DeJohn Terry, he has up to 4 years. Juwan Mitchell, I believe, has up to 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of seems to me like a guy that would leave.
He has a 1 year plan. I mean, and I'm cool with that because if he's playing at an NFL level to get himself drafted, that means he's helping Tennessee win games. So, I hope he does put himself in position to only play for 1 season.
Yep.
Him going to NFL because he played well helps Tennessee more than him coming back playing on a second season, in my opinion. But some coaches don't see it that way. They'll do whatever they can to try to keep you around, even though your goal is to play at the NFL. Let's see here.
Oh, I do. I wanted to give an attaboy to Marquez North. Marquez North,
definitely.
Graduated from Tennessee. Was that you or the dog?
That was a dog, man.
Okay, I was just making sure. Sounded a little.
Oh, I'm a Marquez North fan, so
that was questionable.
Man,
Marquez North.
He sleep over here, man. He dreaming.
Mm-hmm. Marquez North. Just making sure it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't
in the middle of the show.
Marquez North was one of my fans, man.
I like Marquez North. He was one of my favorite players
of his fans.
when he was there. He's probably a fan of you too. But he graduated from UT's College of Law over the weekend, and Dre Bowles also got his master's degree over the weekend. So
congratulations, Dre Bowles, man.
Yes,
absolutely, man.
So I wanted to shout them out as well.
That's what you're supposed to do. Don't leave here empty-handed. I don't care what happened. I repeat, I don't care what happens. Don't leave here empty-handed. And I mean, who has a experience like Dre Bowles? It's tough, man. All-American, you come in, you're playing for the home state. I mean, he's a U.S. Army All-American. Barely played, that was involved in that mess with A.J. Johnson and the young lady. He's right there in the middle of it. Was looked upon as an outcast. He transferred. Man, he's like, I'm getting mine. I'm getting mine. And, man, kudos to him. Kudos to Marquez North, who, 4-star receiver coming out, 4-star athlete coming out, had to learn how to play receiver, made some big plays as a true freshman, couldn't stay healthy, man. That's the only reason why he didn't pan out, couldn't stay healthy. Left early, and football didn't work out. So he's like, all right, I'm going to use this football thing to go and be great in something else, and that's what he's doing. So big-time attaboy to him, the graduates. Really cool to see all the graduates have opportunity to throw the cap inside Neyland Stadium.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I'm jealous.
I mean, I love Thompson-Boling Arena.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
And I will forever remember walking across the stage inside of Thompson-Boling. That is, aside from marrying my wife, that was the best day of my life. Honestly.
Why do I hear like your voice change?
Well, honestly.
I'm not even looking at you, but I can just tell like your voice changed.
I think my wife would be okay with me saying this, and you have to listen to everything that I'm going to say. Don't judge off the first sentence. I think the day that I graduated from Tennessee was the best day of my life because I achieved a lifelong dream. That's all I wanted to do growing up was graduate from Tennessee. And then 2 hours after I graduated, I proposed and got engaged. So
That's smart. You can really say that was the best day of your life.
Exactly.
And it can have dual meanings.
Yeah, so
that's smart right there.
It is definitely that day or our wedding day, which I'll be married next month. 2 years. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
That is crazy. So
that was me and your grandma's 2-year anniversary of our dance.
That's right. So
a special dance at your wedding.
Yeah, graduation. I'll forever be thankful that I got to experience that inside of Thompson Bowling. My whole family was there. My wife's family was there. That was kind of the last thing that my granddaddy was able to attend before he passed away, and kind of our last hoorah as an entire family. So that will forever have special meaning to me. But, man, if that could have been in Neyland Stadium, that would have been awesome. I'm so jealous of the graduates this weekend that got to do it inside of Neyland.
So I graduated inside Thompson Bowling Arena, and Dolly Parton did the commencement speech. Dolly Parton and TBA, and I don't know who did the commencement this past weekend, but inside Neyland Stadium.
Well, they have different commencement speakers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I graduated College of Arts and Sciences.
Ours, Cruz Farm, that family.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that owned, the daughter of the parents own the farm. Daughter runs the ice cream shop
and she spoke.
And Pizza Barn. She graduated from Tennessee. She spoke to mine, the College of Communications.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, Patrick Willis got a chance to speak at Ole Miss.
That was cool.
So that's really cool.
How about DK Metcalf too?
Yeah, he gets one.
He gets an attaboy. Placed 9th out of 10, but for him to show up and without training and not being super fundamental in his track fundamentals.
I mean, he's going against world-class sprinters.
Yes.
World-class track sprinters.
Yeah, you could tell the difference between track speed and football speed. There's a difference.
And it's amazing because he's like 6'4", 6'5", 238 pounds. He is a freak.
I saw where his time would have been 71st currently in the NCAA,
Man.
which that's a big W for track folks, because I think people assume that some of these football players, and some of them like a Tyreek Hill, if he fine-tuned his track fundamentals and went out there and ran routinely, then he could get up there. But 71st for DK Metcalf, and DK Metcalf is one of the fastest in the league, and he's running that time at that size. There's a difference between track speed and football speed.
Yeah. Text box been to concerts, games, and the national championship celebration in Neyland Stadium. There's nothing like it. Volstone says our speaker was Big Jim Haslam. Okay. Mark says, what position does Tennessee need the most from in the transfer portal now? I still think it's D-line. I still think it's defense. I would go D-line, linebacker,
front seven,
secondary. I mean, that's same order. Nothing changed with getting 2 players on the front. I think you still need to address that area in that position. Joe in Augusta says North had top 5 hands in history of Tennessee. Love that guy. Congratulations.
I wish he could have A, been under a different coaching staff, and B, been able to stay healthy.
Yeah, me too.
C, have better quarterback play.
Correct. Chip Payne trying to throw some shade. Swain, I'm really surprised you didn't name your new addition Ugga.
He didn't name it Ugga, Chip Payne, but he did consider DJ, and he also considered Shockley. So
that's a damn lie. Never. Not once. Let's see. Turkey Man says, did you know that a puppy has an adult brain at 12 weeks old? If you're not training the puppy will be training himself. Congratulations on being a puppy dad. All those hours of non-sleep. Yeah. I'm good though. He's been good. He's been pretty good. First night wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He only woke up one time. Last night, this morning it was 4:30. I mean, I was ready to get up anyways. I was done sleeping, so it's been all right. Ben, I know the Vandy series was huge at the time, but do you think this Arkansas series is the biggest ever in Lindsey Nelson Stadium? It's going to be crazy Friday. Think it's bigger than Vandy?
Yeah, I touched on this a second ago. I think it is just because it's later in the season, and I mean, technically, Tennessee not getting swept by Vanderbilt and winning one allowed them to be in the position that they are now. So that did have an effect on where Tennessee is now. But now there's a clearer picture of kind of what's at stake and what you need to do and things of that nature. So I do, just because it's number 1 versus number 4. And although there's not that big rivalry like Tennessee, Vanderbilt, there's a lot more on the line. And there's the storyline of Tony Vitello coaching against his former school and boss. So I think so. I don't know about ever. I think there's only one person in Knoxville that can probably answer that, and that is John Wilkerson, the voice of the Vols. I saw him in the parking garage. John and I speak fairly often, and I remember asking him after Evan Russell hit that grand slam against Vanderbilt if he had seen or experienced any moment like that, and he said that he couldn't remember one clear cut off the top of his head. I'll have to text him and ask him if this is the biggest weekend that he can recall in Tennessee baseball in the regular season, because obviously anything in the postseason will take rank. But I'll text him and I'll relay his answer.
Cool. Let's do it. No word of the stadium being opened up. We asked Danny White about that on Friday. He mentioned that it's too early to say, and he'll be in communication with local health officials about what's best. I would love to see it open up, and I don't see why it shouldn't be, to be honest, at this point. So let's get it. Let's get it. Don't be sending me no emails about my take. Open it up, baby. Let's go. Regulator, I hear what you're saying. I ain't gonna read it. Let's see. Oh yeah, Vaughn Birmingham says if the show goes out, we know what the dog chewed through. He knocked out right now. He sleep like a little baby. Easy. It's easy right now during the day. Jason Van Burrow says, wait, you were in Shelbyville this weekend? You were 15 minutes away from me. I wish I knew. I would have loved to meet up with you and bought you lunch. You're speaking about passion today, and mine got away from me Friday. Just because I might disagree with you on some things. I would never attack you personally. I didn't mean it that way. Should have chosen my words better. I appreciate, respect what you have and are doing for the Vols. Thank you, Jason, man. I'll tell you, I was thinking about you too. Trust me. On my way to Murfreesboro, I was thinking about you. I was like, man, I like to meet up with Jason from the borough and have a conversation face to face. But thank you, man. It takes a big person to come on and text that. I think one thing we all can agree on, that we all have passion for the Vol fans. I mean, for the Vols as fans. We want to see them do well. And you can disagree with me all you want to. You just got to be able to back it up. And I'll stand by how we did the interview, and I stand by how I've handled my position as a former player, still in doing radio. There's lines I'm not gonna cross. I'm not gonna cross. I'm not gonna be a mouthpiece, and I'm gonna love my school. And I think sometimes there's people in this market that get caught up in radio. They get caught up in the entertainment aspect of radio, the wrestling aspect of radio, that I think they sometimes forget deep down, like, yo, Tennessee's your school. It's okay to voice your displeasure or, call out the university when they're doing something right and they're not treating people right. But I think sometimes you can get caught up so much in this business and this job, and man, that you kind of forget, like, oh my God, man, this school I love. So you can love the school and call it down the middle, and call a spade a spade. You can do that. When I first started radio, I didn't know how to do that. So you can do it. 865-255-03. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Man, take your health seriously. Make it a priority. Quick and easy health assessment at the Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's health. They are one of the leading men's medical providers in the country. You can have monitored self-injections at home, testosterone injections, great pricing, covered by most health insurance. If you have sleep apnea, they can take care of that as well. With the home sleep test, you get your results quick, fast, in a hurry, and they send out a product that will help you with those issues. CPAP. I have one, got it from the Low T Center, went through the same process that you would. So lowtcenter.com. Be right back.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit. You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
All right, it's time for what here? Hour number 3, Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. All right, Ben, what do we have, sir?
I am giving your manager, Tony La Russa, A for what? Because Tony La Russa, being the 76-year-old man that he is, was not up to date on the current rules of baseball.
You know I mess with LaRussa like that.
I wonder why. Tony La Russa obviously managed the Cardinals for a very long time, was very successful. He is now the manager of the Chicago White Sox, and last week the White Sox and the Reds were tied at 0-0, headed into extra innings. And the extra inning rules are much different now than they were when Tony La Russa was the manager of the Cardinals. They used to just play for as long as it took for somebody to score a run. Now, starting in the 10th inning, they place a runner on second with no outs to start the inning. And Tony La Russa was unaware. A runner started on second base to start extra innings because of the new rule, and La Russa decided he would throw prized reliever Liam Hendricks out there. Why? And the worst part was that Billy Hamilton, who is way too fast to ground into a double play, was up to bat, so really putting a ball in play wins the game. Tony La Russa sent the runner from first, only to be thrown out trying to prevent a double play. It might be safe to say that Tony La Russa was a terrible hire, according to this article. And
He's washed.
White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen, former White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen, was not very happy on the post-game show. He went in on Tony La Russa. There's a video.
You expecting anything different from Ozzie?
No.
He's going to tell you how he feels.
No. The Reds weren't even set up for a double play ball, but La Russa botched that anyways. And I believe Tony La Russa came out and acknowledged that he was unaware of the new rule. So Tony La Russa just gets a for not knowing the new extra inning rules as he tries to make a comeback as manager. But I don't feel bad for him because I'm not a huge Tony La Russa guy either.
Yeah.
Your White Sox are fun to watch, though.
Hey, man,
they're in first place in the AL Central.
Oh, I saw it. They be hitting them home runs, man. I be paying attention a little bit to the White Sox. I'm gonna wait till the win a little bit more, and then get on the bandwagon.
Do you root for their shortstop, Tim Anderson, the guy that pimps home runs and throws his bats? And
I saw one kid in college do it. Who was that kid? What team was that? It was a great bat flip. Oh.
Well, you know where Tim Anderson is from. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Did not play at Alabama, though.
That's probably why I should like him even more.
He
Anybody's out there, they okay with me.
Well,
that's why I love Justin Ross.
It wasn't that he just had a ton of options.
Right.
He went to Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa, where he played basketball. And then he went to East Central Community College in Decatur, Mississippi to play baseball. It was the only school to make him a scholarship offer. And then he committed to transfer to UAB, but he was drafted. Speaking of Justin Ross, you said you had a lot of respect for him because he went to Clemson, even though he's from Phoenix City.
I love him.
There's Twitter rumors that he is soon to enter the transfer portal. So
just don't go to Alabama.
Alabama needs receivers.
Don't go to Alabama, Justin Ross. Don't do that, man. All right, I got to share a story with y'all before we wrap up.
Please do.
I know a lot of folks didn't want me to kind of share the story. I think I told everybody last week I was going to surprise my youngest too, going to get the pup. And I think there's enough folks that have asked for the story that I would share it. If you didn't want to hear it, I'm sorry, but majority wins here. And it's positive. It's good. It's really cool. So like my youngest, she's 5, and for about 2 years, she's been asking for a dog. And timing is everything. Timing is everything. I wanted to make sure they were at the right age to do that. Make sure I was, in a position that I wanted to be,
a dog dad.
Exactly, because a lot of stuff going on. But kind of start searching, and saw one a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago actually. It was a scam. And I was in communication with this person, and through email, and like some stuff just didn't look right. Me and my wife caught it, and we just let it go. But it was definitely a scam. They were taking like other people's Doberman pictures and like putting it on their website, but it was like just too good to be true. So I went to the AKC website and started looking for breeders. I was prepared to drive and go get a dog. I wasn't driving, 8 hours, stuff like that. And so I looked just in places that was in driving range. So found this breeder, AKC website. So, he has to abide by their guidelines, and that's very, very important. So I reached out to him, and he was like, yeah, we just had a litter. They're 3 weeks old. He'll be ready to go in six weeks. And, got about 8, all boys are available. And so I, got a deposit out there to him just to hold it. I wanted to wait till the summer, but, if you want a, specific breed, sometimes you just got to get it while you can. And so the plan was to surprise my kids. So Saturday morning, I woke everybody up. My oldest one knew. She did a good job of holding the secret for 3 weeks. So woke everybody up about 7 o'clock. Dude, I woke up at like 4:30, 5, something like that, and was ready to go. So I was gonna meet the breeder at his house at noon Central Time. So we get on the road like 8, dude, which is like 7 Central Time. And got there about 2 hours early, man, because I didn't account for the time change. And we videoed telling our youngest 2 while we were where we were. Because they were like, are we there yet? Are we there? Are we there yet? Where are we going? Where are we going? I was like, we're going to a friend's house. You never met this friend before. He's really cool. Hey, he may be your friend one day, but he's a friend. We're going to visit a friend today. Are we there yet? Oh, this trip stinks. This trip is terrible. Oh, my gosh. And so we pull up, and there's like, Mom Doberman is there, and another big Doberman. I thought like they would catch on, but they didn't. So I get out, and I go talk to the breeder, and then I go grab the girl's hand, and we're walking towards where the dogs are. So I told the breeder, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. We're going to surprise the girls. Just play along. So I grabbed the girl's hand. My wife videos the scene, and she's like, hey, girls, do y'all know why we're here? We're here to pick out a puppy. And like the reaction on my girls' face, man, it was worth every single mile, every single moment, getting there 2 hours early. It was worth it all, man. It was so priceless. My wife posted it on her Facebook. I'm gonna post it on Twitter. I don't like put my kids out there like that. I kind of keep all that stuff private. But
you got some cute kids. You need to show them off.
Yeah, but
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm kids be kids. I don't like put my kids on the internet like that. But like the video is so awesome. I'm gonna put it out there for y'all to see. It's really, really cool. I'll do that after the show. But the reaction for my youngest 2, and they're different reaction, but they're so priceless, so cool. It'll start your morning right. It'll start your week right, man. It's just wholesome. Seem like, yes, I did lie to my kids. I lied to them.
That I was telling you during the break, we were talking about it, and that's a moment that your family will remember forever.
Oh yeah.
Even when you're a grandpa one day, or old man.
Yeah, man.
Your kids are grown. Like, y'all talk about that moment forever.
It was cool, man. It was cool. So I'm gonna post that for y'all to see, man. Hopefully it starts your day, makes you smile, and bring some positivity in here, in your life, your morning, get you going to start the week. So some wholesome content is what Rex Chapman would say, right?
That's right.
Some wholesome content.
Even though he steals everybody's content.
Well, he might steal mine. I'm cool with it.
You're gonna end up on Rex Chapman's Twitter feed.
I wake up and I got 20,000 retweets. I know that he stole it, right? So yeah, I'm gonna put this video on there, man. I don't like put my kids on the net like that, but this is wholesome content.
And y'all will be able to tell when we reference one of the little ones that is just like Swain. You'll be able to tell which one.
Oh yeah.
She looks just like her.
She was in total shock.
Yes.
My middle one was like, instant reaction.
Instant
The
happiness.
youngest one was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" So I'm about to put it on there. Y'all can see it at Swain Event. Soon we wrap up today's show. Same time tomorrow, 7 a.m. Swain Event is fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. For Ben McKee and Jason Swain, hope you have a great day, a blessed day. Peace and much love. We are out.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer